And the Amaseo, it's like Alice Cooper, you know, welcome to your nightmare. Welcome to your breakdown. I'm going to break it down for you, but you're going to be the one having the breakdown. Like the great... The Atari. Oh, you want to see something real nightmarish? Okay, here's like what haunts my buddy's mixed dreams at 2 in the morning. Can you make it so, Engineer? Oh, look at that. Oh, don't call me now while I'm doing my show. You make me very upset. Probably can't get through. We're going to have some call-in guest, maybe. Well, you know what you're in for? I just got a hassle. So you're in for a whole bunch of video hassles. A bunch of video hassles? And there's more than one place you can get hassles from the Ness. And, oh yeah, so here, let's look at my images, because you were looking at my image, like public image, like Johnny Rotten, public image, it's all that you wanted. Oh boy, here we go. There, see? Without her, you were a mere shadow, devoid of identity and meaning. And that's you at the bottom, the viewer, that's you. That's me over there, that's the goddess Ness. Bringing what you like best. Oh, now we're going to have to go to show you this, because there's other places you can get hassled by me, and you might not know. So we got to have some crossover, like the great Dirty Rotten Imbeciles album that fused thrash metal and hardcore punk from like around 1987. Here we go. See, the Greg Sterling Show. It's on YouTube. It's on the Mr. Ski Mask channel. And that's my co-host there. That's Rabbi Jerry, and he's petting Taylor Smith's cat. Taylor Smith? What the fuck's wrong with Taylor Swift? And he's got, he's holding a kitty cat there. Look at that. That's Taylor Swift's cat. That's the, yeah. That's a really good episode. Let's get back to me. So you can go get hassled on that. It's on public access TV all over TED WNY. And, let's see. I got some more stuff to break down for you, because like I'm going to tell you what I likey like twice. See, likey twice. You likey, you likey twice. Tim Saraki likey twice. Call in Tim Saraki. He was squawking on the fascist book about this being played in the casino when he was working there. They're blasting K-pop. I thought that's really good for him. Oh, that's just really fucking nice. I'll tell you some stuff that I don't likey. This is our topic here. Things Ness, no likey. At the top of the Ness, no likey list, you might call a defecation list. Like Dr. Feelbetter was talking about the L7 song, You're on My Defecation List. I'm trying to keep it clean, like the Echo and the Bunnymen song, Do It Clean. You know what I mean? I hope she's clean. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, so here we go. Let's look at the screen. I know like trouser pant. Trouser, me no likey. Trouser pant are very bad. Oh, they're like leg irons, and they're in these hideous colors. Look at that. They're like the things that the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers, and all those clowns that like wear the khaki trouser pant. They wear the trousers on the subway, like the place that has the plastic bread, this garbage submarines, like the good Beatles song, we all feast on a garbage submarine. That's about when you go over there. Oh, hi, Rob Chase is here. Ooh, like Chase Bag in Riverside. You can put his comment on the screen if you can, otherwise you don't have to if you can't. Okay, now here's a dude who looks like he would like trouser pant. He looks like he would not agree with the Ness. He's like the absolute inverse. It was like Lex Luthor, but if he was like something atop a shaft. Look at that. It looks like something mounted on top of shaft. I'm talking about shaft, and you can dig it. Let's get back over here to me, because like this looks real nice. Here's someone who probably likes trouser pant too. Ooh. Pete Kegsbreath. He wants to get all the male troops hopped up on extra testosterone. That's a real bad idea. Roid rage, testosterone rage. Testosterone is poison. It should be a controlled substance and should not be allowed. They should just like make everyone, including all dudes, they got to make them all go on spironolactones or pump them up through estradiol, because that's why they get all violent and want to have wars, because they're all frustrated. Because they got to wear trouser pant, and it makes them feel crazy. Why crazy? Like Dr. Spatzo on the Commodore 64 crazy. That makes you feel crazy, like the Seraphim Crazy video. So anyway, no. There's a war on femininity in general, and you know what side I'm on. if you can't figure it out. See, this one, let's go big so we can actually see. After targeting trans sports under Title IX for the past 4 years, the Heritage Foundation is now turning to destroying it for all women. They want to replace women's varsity sports with yoga, like in the Namaste, I'ma stay up, Boompala Le Seraphim video. Protect women's fertility by ending many athletic opportunities. Well, yeah, everybody knew that was coming. How did you not know that's coming? First, they divide and conquer. First, they come after the trans girls, and they're going to go after the cis girls, and they're not going to let them play their boy sports. All the sports were originally, though, fabricated to be tests of male prowess, or testosterone and strength, which comes from testosterone, which is why Keg's breath, he wants to pump everyone full of testosterone until they're like ready to explode and go crazy, crazy, crazy. Ooh, like the good Le Seraphim video crazy. I just said that. I look like I'm from the Le Seraphim video that came out after Crazy. Come Over. Yeah, she's like wearing the striped dress like this. Yeah. So anyway, let's get back into this. It's a war on femininity, and like originally male sports, boys sports, there were contests of male prowess. Weren't the original Olympics in Greece all dudes? Well, that's what they want to go back to. And they want to have girls in the kitchen doing the girl sports, like baking and making sandwiches. And where's some other girl sports? Ooh, fashion. I like fashion. Like David Blowie, turn to the left, turn to the right. Hey, where the heck did it go? Oh, maybe I should have the engineer try to get hold of my would-be guest because I can't call him. So I'm doing the show right now. Here we go. Did I do this one yet? Oh, the anti-trans sports ban was never about sports. For 5 years, they told you trans women had to be banned to protect women's sports. Now they're admitting the plan is to protect women's sports by getting rid of women's sports. The transphobia was just the door they used. Like the Doors of Perception, like the really good Doors album. Other voices after, who was that dude that died? Jim Morrison? Her father was like some big admiral in one of the, was he in the Air Force? Or was he in the Space Force? Was he a space cadet? You're a space cadet. Oh, what do we got here? Someone else who would like, who's fueling the whole war on femininity is big money billionaire over here, Elon Musk. And like he's always squawking about his trans daughter who's a model. It's a good Kraftwerk song. She's a model and she's looking good. You want to take her home with you, it's understood. Beep, 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 beep. Who's this creep? Oh yeah, this creep here. Well, we're not getting into that right now because I still got some other stuff to squawk about. Did you know that AI could really help? I was thinking the best use for AI would be like make the most realistic Human Centipede movie you could. Because have you seen the Human Centipede? It's really hilarious because it's so stupid and like unrealistic. But if they used AI to make a variation of that, that would be like the best possible use of AI. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I was getting into this. This guy here. Trump-backed Halo composer Marty O'Donnell is running for Congress on a bold new platform to win the rainbow back from gay people, for God. But I busted this down for you last week. The inventor of the rainbow, who was in the band Rainbow and has a song Rainbow in the Dark, is Ronnie James Dio. He's stealing the rainbow from Ronnie James Dio, and we just can't have him steal the rainbow from Ronnie James Dio. That's cultural appropriation. They're trying to steal the rainbow. Like the rainbow, you taste the rainbow like the Skittles. Should I? Oh, boy. Let me see. I'm going to look at this. I'm going to be like they were on the other podcast. I'm going to look at my messages. Prez is saying you cannot log in. Weird stuff happened. Hey, engineer, you want to text the Prez and tell him what to do? Maybe, maybe not. Ooh. Let's see if we can get on another way. Ooh, like you get on it like, okay. Twice, yes or yes. That reminds me of Mixed World. You know how Mixed World always had the divination thing where they would do the tarot readings? I said I was going to do the palmistry readings, and I can tell if you're an Onanist, like in the Old Testament. You go look up Onan the Barbarian. He was you know who Onan was, you know what Onan did? Onanism comes from Onan. I'm trying to keep it clean, you know what I mean? I like use more academic terms here, like the Channel 4 show It's Academic, where they have high school kids answer dumb, stupid high school trivia questions that no one in the world knows because they teach you nonsense in high school, and then you forget everything that you learned when you get the hell out of it because it's a big waste of time. Unlike the show Or sort of like your life. Your life's a waste of time out there. Like the good song, I'm a waste of time from Lady and Gentlemen, The Fabulous Stains, one of my favorite movies. Like stains on Monica Lewinsky ski mask's dress. Oh, there are no stains on this. Oh boy, look at this. Well, I was talking about how I was going to do some divination on the show. Ooh, divination. Well, I got the magic 4-ball here. And I can tell your future and stuff and tell you what's going to happen, and it's a mystifying oracle. So I got all these, like, I got the hate ball over here. Well, I was talking about this last week, because like Mick used to have the tarot readings. So Mick, I can come on your show and I can do the 4-ball and the 8-ball readings on your show. Would you like that? I think you would. You'd likey. Oh yeah, you'd likey like twice. Where the fuck is twice? Ooh, you would likey. That's worth pulling that up. Likey. You likey. You want me to do the 8-ball readings? Oh yeah, I think you do. Now we're gonna get back into this. Twice yes or okay. The twice yes or yes video is superb. All right, see? You have 2 answers. It's yes or yes, and that's what the answer is when you deal with the Ness, and she asks you something, there's 2 answers, and I'm going to make it easy for you. The answers are yes or yes. There's no such word as no. They say that in the video. It's great, because that's true, especially when you're dealing with me. Look at this. I get what I want, and I want what I get like every time, like that the 50-50 video. There we go. This is from the twice likey video. No, it's from yes or yes. This is from yes or yes. They have divination in there. Look, she's got divination cards. See? She has tarot cards. That's like from Mick's World. I'm tying in my show and the tarot readings and the twice yes or yes video all together and making it make cosmic truth. Oh, it's making such cosmic truth. See, there's some more. There's some more from here. These are shots from the twice video, and there's see, they got the tarot cards, but she's got the divination ball, and it says YES. That's your answer, Mick. You want me to come on and read magic 4-ball and magic 8-ball readings on your show? And the answer is yes or yes. So the answer is yes, YES. I'm going to make it easy for you. The answer is yes, YES. You better watch the twice video. You better go do, because like, look, to see the twice video, we're going to get back into that. She's got the divination orb, and she's like reading it like me. Like I get one of my divination orbs, and it's gonna be just like same thing. We're gonna do the divination orb. Oh, it's an orb. It's a mysterious magical orb. Oh, like Rhiannon has one, and it's really mysterious and magical. But it's gonna be in a jar of formaldehyde soon enough on my mantle. And when Rhiannon's doing hard time, oh boy, he's doing hard time in the Dungeon of Truth. Hey, speaking of K-pop, there's metal versions of Illit videos coming out that are really sweet, and I love metal and I love K-pop, and it makes sense that Illit songs translate so well to metal. The It's Me metal version is really good. I got a couple of shots from that. That's on the YouTube there from it's the Arsafes, Arsafes. That's the guy's channel. And he does metal guitar. He does it really good. It's a corn guitar. He got that from Pam. That's Pam's corn guitar. Oh, parallax error. You got to go that way. No, that's left and right. I can't do left and right because I got dyslexia. That's it. That's the picture there. And like they also did a metal version of Cherish My Love. And K-pop translates so well to metal. And I love both music forms, so it makes absolute sense. Just like this show. Does this show make sense to you? This is good too. I don't know why this one's up, but this is some K-pop thing I like. Oh, Iroha from Illit is doing some commercial. This is one of the craziest videos on YouTube. It's some commercial from somewhere in Asia, and I can't put it into words, but you should go look at it because it's really good. It's the Can Star Press channel, and I highly recommend you watch all these. You watch all these videos that the Ness watches because then they can populate your mind. Sorry, they made you think one day you'll have to start dressing normal. Oh, we were talking about fashion last week. No, don't dress normal. That's boring. You're all boring. You dress like that. These are like the nice kawaii fashions from Japan. And that goes for you too, dudes. Oh, speaking of which, hey, that's Billie Holiday, and she looks really good. They called her a blues singer. I don't know if that applies. Or a jazz singer from the 20s. You know Billie Holiday, don't you? And she's got Tank there. That's Tank, like the hen's dog. That's Tank. Tank, there, shouts out to Tank. See? Oh, yeah. Well, I have this real fun thing that I'm going to tell you. There are a couple of K-pop girl singers who sounds sort of like Billie Holiday, but they're doing K-pop, so it don't sound the same. But the inflection within their voices. So I'm going to bust this down. This is really great. Chew.
I can't log in.
Oh, can we hear? Is this coming through the speakers? This is great. Oh boy, live real time. We're talking about Chew. Ooh, how she sounds like Billie Holiday. Ooh, Billie Holiday in Cambodia. Like, oh, the great Dead Kennedys song. Like, Pol Pot and Tom Mock. Ooh, she's really good too. She has a lot of inflection like Billie Holiday's voice, but K-pop, she's fucking great. This girl is great right here. BB. Do you know BB? BB, like BB gun? Do you know like when Mick goes out hunting wabbits because it's wabbit season he's got the BB gun and he's going hunting wabbits. He's always talking about like how he goes hunting.
Keep your eye out.
Oh boy. Oh, the third eye. Third eye of divination. Hey, we hear you, but we can't see you. Oh, he's got a disembodied voice. We've got the disembodied voice of the Prez. Hey, Prez, he's coming through the Magic 4 ball. See, I got on the screen right now. I got the Magic 4 ball. It's sort of like the Magic 8 ball. Oh, Rob Chase had a 8 ball when he was a kid. You know who else had an 8 ball when they were a kid? Do you know Rhiannon? We're going to talk about Rhiannon. Yeah. Rhiannon only has one, like the Austrian painter. Like Rhiannon used to have 2, but one of them, the cord wrapped around it and it turned purple and it got gangrenous. And like they lobbed it off with a machete. This is a true story. And Rhiannon has told us on her videos. I've seen some of Rhiannon's videos. They come up on this new, real messed up far right website of like dumb TikTok type videos, but they're all like Alex Jones shit and like fucking Trumper stuff. But it's based out of Toronto called Rumble. And like, yeah, we were watching some of Rhiannon's new videos the other day. But Rhiannon used to have an 8 ball, but then that's the one that turned purple and like they had to get rid of it because it got gangrenous. And now like, she don't have the 8 ball. The 4 ball is the one that's purple though, so maybe she still has the 8 ball. But Rob, I don't think that's the kind of ball you're talking about. It's like, remember that band AC/DC? Do you know what AC/DC stands for? Did you ever hear this one? Prez, you still there?
Yeah, Antichrist Devil's Child.
Yes, Antichrist Devil's Child band. That's where they had the hit song Highway to Hell. Which highway around here is the highway to hell? Is that the 33 east, the 33 west, the 990, the 290 east, the 90 north, south? It's got to be one of the highways around here because the roads lead here, and like this place ain't too with it if you think about it. Is it now?
It is hell. It is hell.
Yeah, this place is hell. Well, actually, the dimension we live in, right? Yeah, this is hell. The Lord of this world, like the Black Sabbath song from Master of Reality. The Lord of this world. Oh, is not a good. Oh no, this place is evil, evil, evil. Like the Great Foreskins song, evil. Oh, speaking of evil, let's talk about politicians. I had this like side rant and like, politicians need to be held accountable. They shouldn't be making the masses fear them, which they do. They should fear retaliation from the masses when they overstep their bounds. And we need to have some legislation to make this accountability so. Like, we'll make it so, like Captain Picard shouts out to Sal Monaco. That's a trade-off. Being a politician is like a cushy vanity job. It's very high-profile job. Hey, engineer, you can give me different camera angles to make it look pretty. Ooh, if you want, or you don't have to. But that's a trade-off for a cushy vanity job, like Vanity, like Prince's girlfriend. Was Vanity the one in Purple Rain, or did he ditch her for Apollonia by that time? Do you remember? Or was it who's in Purple Rain? I can't remember. As we're having a day, we're having Purple Rain because it's going to rain. It's going to rain men, like the song from they tried to make the engineer sing a karaoke the other week, and he wouldn't do it. I don't blame him, because we don't want it to be raining. Men will be raining like soldiers from Pete Kegsbreath's army that are all roided up on extra testosterone, and they're all crazy and shit, and they're like losing their minds and ready to explode. Like, you ever see dudes that take too many steroids and their necks get real big and fat, and they got like the veins popping out of them and stuff? Well, let's get back to politicians, because my ADHD is kicking in. ADHD, unlike AC/DC. See that? That's a play on words there. Well, politicians need to be held accountable. And part of the way we could do this, we got to do it legally like they do. You use the law, and we pass resolutions and legislation when AOC is president in 2028. This is one of the things we can do. We can bring back tar and feathering in the public. You get like those feather pillows. Where do they even sell feather pillows anymore? But you get a bucket of tar and feather pillows, and you trot them down. You trot them down to the pillory, which rhymes with Hillary, who ran against Trump. Well, she could be in the pillory. Hillary in the pillory. That rhymes. Ain't that funny? You could you trot the politicians down through the streets with tar and feather, and you put them in the pillory. Then people pelt them with rotten fruit, like spoiled fruit and vegetables, and and then they learn that they shouldn't do that. And you would legislate that like errant politicians are held accountable, and that's like the penalty that they get. So it's all nice and legal, and it's not. It wouldn't be considered mob justice anymore. They keep legalizing things now that would be considered mob justice. Oh yeah, like the rap group Mobb Deep, the hen likes. Well, anyway, you take them to the pillory to be pelted liberally with rotten fruit and vegetables while they're displaying the stocks. That's the stock market there, buddy. They say the stock market is up. Well, I say, namaste, namaste. I'm gonna stay up like Chaywan. The stock market is up. Like they're in the stocks. You get all the politicians in the stocks, and like that's the stock market. Hey, since Prez is here, I'm off on a side tangent here. Everybody's poor right now. And nobody can afford anything. And I know so many people who can't afford anything. I'm trying to find which of my 3 notebooks I got this. Oh, here. I got so many notes. Look at this. I got so many choices. Like the great Twice song. I'm going to leave my options open. I got so many options. Oh yeah, look at this. I got all these options here. These are just full of ideas. Unlike your brain viewer, you couldn't fill like one line because you got a blank space that Taylor Swift can write her name. And Rabbi Jerry was holding the Taylor Swift cat earlier. But okay, back onto this tangent. Everybody's poor right now. And they keep taking benefits away and giving more things to the oligarchs and the billionaires. So everybody's going to the food pantry. So I think one of the running segments I want on my shows is the food pantry scene. Hey, Engineer, which camera should I use to show these? We're gonna talk about food pantry items. One of my favorite is canned beans. Right here, Perez, I'm showing a can of King Cole dark red kidney beans. And it says on the back, quality foods fit for a king for over 100 years. No kings. This is a no kings rally.
What, the king's been in role for 100 years?
No kings. Oh, boy. These are weird.
You get tarred and feathered.
Oh, yeah, tarred and feathered. Check this out. American Beauty, like the Grateful Dead album. They put out 2 albums around the same time. Working Man's Dead. That ties in because working men have to go to the food pantry because they can't afford to live anymore. Like the Rule Under Satan's Hand band, that's Rush. They have the song Working Man. American Beauty, but they're Canadian. And in Canada, they say Beauty A, like when they say something's good. But these are like, okay, these are real weird off-brands. My point was, I've never seen these in any store. What store do these come from? I don't see them in Walmart. I don't even see them at Save-A-Lot, and that place is a dump. Hey, Prez, you ever see American Beauty or King Cole brand beans in any of the stores? Because I never do, but I see them in food pantries. I don't know how they get here. They don't sell them at Tops. They don't sell them at Super Duper. They don't sell them at Bell's. They don't have them at what's that other place? Wegmans. Certain Quality Markets. They don't have them at. They don't have Park Edge. They don't have them over at the Orchard Park Food Market. They don't have them at Be Quick, and they don't have them at Wilson Farms. So I'm John Blake, Rabbi Jerry, and like Andy Oathman, who all 3 of them frequent the Genesee Mini Mart down on the east side. They don't even have them there. So where are these coming from? Where's the King Cole, like Nat King Cole, unforgettable? That's what they are. They're unforgettable, and they no wrong. Ooh, I wanted a side camera where it looked cool. Yeah, unforgettable.
This is what they are.
Yes. Yes, this is great. I'm holding up the bean can. Serenade the bean can. That's really wonderful. I'll do a Grateful Dead one for this one.
Yeah.
Pounding your vein high on cocaine. Casey Jones, you better eat your beans. trouble ahead, trouble behind. Ness is not just a figment of your mind. You see, I got the striped dress on today because I'm Nessa Kroger, and I'm gonna infest your dreams. Ooh, can you do that?
Great! That was one of my least favorite movies.
Freddy Kroger? Yeah.
Freddy Kroger. Yes.
Well, I gotta find out what street Mick lives on because I'm gonna change it to the Nightmare on whatever street he lives in. Because can you do the 3-shot the camera that looks like Mick's dream at 2 in the morning, or can you not do that now? I think we did it earlier, but anyway. So, the food pantry, beans. Where's the top items in the food pantry that you always get? You always get beans. Green beans are you see them a lot, and corn, especially creamed corn. You can see a lot of creamed corn, and you're lucky if you get corned beef hash, or armor treat, or potted meat food product. You don't see a lot of meat products in there. Speaking of which, do you remember when Campbell's bought out Franco-American? Remember Franco?
I know that happened.
Franco-American used to make SpaghettiOs, and these are something I find in the church bins. But SpaghettiOs turn really weird. Have you noticed that the juice in the SpaghettiOs is all like real gelatinous now, and it's not like even tomato sauce anymore. The biscuit, I thought the biscuit did something weird with a can of SpaghettiOs, and I thought it was because of getting old and stuff. But it wasn't. It wasn't old. It was they're horrible now. They're I don't know what they use. It's like gelatin. Maybe they're using gelatin is made out of horse hooves. You know that gelatin is made out of horse hooves. When you eat Jello, Jello, Jello is horse hooves. Did you know that?
No.
Gelatin. That's where they get it. They get it from animal bones. It's usually horse hooves. And Soylent Green is people. And the air today looked like Soylent Green, but we're going to get into that in a bit because we're going to go off on that tangent. I'm going to get up to the Soylent Green air tangent. I'm shuttling through my slides. Okay. But anyway, I have these little toy cans of because you can play poverty in the future. These are for kids to practice for when they're older and they have no job and no future and they got to go to the food pantry. This is what we played with, and it was a good training for the present. Oh. But anyway, it's got these little toy cans of SpaghettiOs, and Franco-American SpaghettiO, and it says beef raviolios. Whatever happened to those things? Ooh, whatever happened to polio? Raviolio, almost as good as poliolio. You got to bring back the iron lung. RFK says get rid of all the vaccinations and bring back the iron lung is going to make hospitals great again. It's going to make youth great again. It's going to being a kid is going to be great again when they're on the iron lung because they got polio because they don't get a polio booster or whatever. Is it a booster or is it a shot? Or is it a shot? Do you know anything about the polio? Polio. You remember when people used to be in iron?
That's what FDR had, right?
Yeah, FDR had the polio, and he would try to pretend he didn't, and it was real hard for him to walk. Yeah, our FDR had the polio, and in the iron lung he went roly-olio, it's got wheels on it. Oh yeah. But anyway, Campbell's bought out Franco-American, and then the SpaghettiOs just went straight to hell. Now you got to eat Chef Boyardee. There is one chef, and his name is Boyardee. There is no other chefs besides Boyardee. He is the best chef. After even Baron Chef Jeff, who Chef Jeff is. Not Burger Chef and Jeff. There's a chain restaurant in the Midwest called Burger Chef. Do you remember them? Or do you not know what I'm talking about? Well, yeah.
I never really been to the Midwest.
Oh, you live in the Midwest. Here.
This is the Mideast.
This is the Rust Belt. That's the Lust Belt. That's the Rust Belt because our brains are rusty and foggy, like the weather we had recently. You ever see the original Soylent Green from 1973? The original Soylent Green movie in its original permutation.
You were telling me about it, and it had a green haze over it.
Yeah, green haze. It was sort of like this. It looked more like this. The air looked sort of greenish and hazy throughout the actual Soylent Green movie, the original incarnation of it, which I have on VHS, Betamax, and the best format of all, capacitance electronic discs. And there it is. We got the Soylent green haze all through your mind. Oh, how many Nessas can you find? Oh, You should see what's on the screen, buddy. Oh, boy, this looks like... Hey, this is another nightmare. It's an apocalyptic nightmare when Nessa Kroger comes into the dreams of the rival podcasters for being unfair to the Ness. Oh, that's great. That's what I like. That's like Soylent Green right there. Ooh, it holds. It holds. That's really nice. Well, anyway, we had all this haze. Like, the politicians don't care about the environment. Here's Michigan.
It pretended they did for like 8 years.
They did because of who was in power, but now they're all worried about like one trans kid in Kansas playing badminton or something when there's only like one kid, and it's like that's more important than our environment or like saving the world or climate changing, which it is. And yeah, it's getting real bad here. I couldn't breathe this week. It's like the good K-pop song, I Can't Breathe. Oh, I would have put an insert shot of that. I think it was Miss A that did that. It was a great K-pop song called I Can't Breathe. It was like my childhood theme song for all the chain smoke that I had to endure all the time. We never had oxygen in the house. But like the sweet song Love Is Like Oxygen. Well, love is oxygen to me because I like oxygen. But anyway, I couldn't breathe this week. It was horrible. And like they were squawking about it all over the media, and they were showing like, here, U.S. representatives demand Canada act on fires and smoke blowing across the border. You know what I say they do? They build the Trump wall right there on the Canadian border, and it keeps the smoke out. You build it real high like the Tower of Babylon. Yeah, Babylon 5, the good show that Sal Monaco probably watches. Remember Babylon 5?
Yeah, I've watched it a few times, but it's like it's kind of like a space soap opera.
Yeah, it's a space soap opera. It is indeed. And so is this right here. Oh, look at this. We got a picture from...
Do you have any soap for that? Do you have any soap for that?
Soap? I got lava soap with the volcano on the package. It like rubs your skin off because it's like real gritty and abrasive, like my personality. I'm so abrasive and delightful. Well, we got me in Soylent Green vision. Well, I'm back to Soylent Green. You know what they did in the Soylent Green movie? Some joker said, "Oh, people are complaining about how hazy and crappy this movie looks." But that's by intention. And the green haze in the original Soylent Green, it reinforces the name green. Soylent Green gives you the hazy feel of the polluted world then. But they remastered it. And then I saw a remastered version, and it was horrible because like you can see everything. You can see clearly now. Oh, like that. It's like that. Instead of like what we just saw. And it ruins instead of this, it ruins the whole aura of like what Soylent Green was supposed to be about. It's not just about the Soylent Green food, but it reinforces the whole theme because the air was sort of greenish. Remember in Soylent Green, the original version of the movie, which I do have in original formats, and you look at the new, like the DVD or the blue balls, Ray, like the Labatt blue balls, you know, like Rhiannon. And I got one here. It's purple though, but like purple haze. But we're talking about green haze. When you're talking about Father Haze from All Saints School, oh, he was horrible in Riverside. But did you? I'm talking about how they remastered Soylent Green, and it didn't look green anymore, and that like really ruined the feel of the film. But that Renee Saraki might like this part because she likes movies. Oh, look at this. They were squawking about it. This is like in Milwaukee. That's the Brewers Stadium. That's smoke from the wildfires. The air is bad here. Okay. And like they were squawking. I got a bunch of pictures. Here's New York City didn't look that bad back then, but they thought it did, but I'll still show it. It's probably worse now. But it's getting down into New York City. New York City wrapped in fog and silence. Like the good movie, A Silent Place. Oh, that's the dungeon of truth when like you got one Nessa's homemade gags. You take a pool ball and you put it in an old sock, and like you put like a zip tie thingy in the back. Oh, that's something that's like oh, okay. Here's one from here. Let's get back into this one. This is from Niagara Falls. Look how horrible Niagara Falls, the sky looked. Wildfires did this to the Niagara Falls skyline, and like that's the new future. The politicians don't care. They don't care about the environment. They're not going to do anything about this. The hen sent me this. I was talking to Richard about like what's the highest rating for the index for like this thing, and he said it went up to 500. But she said that the air quality index in Michigan is 1,008. So I guess that's double over the maximum limit possibility, huh? Oh, check this out. This ties in too. Okay, I wish you could see what I'm showing, but I'll tell you. Trump rolls back protections for threatened species and habitat for endangered species. So he's not only coming after people he don't like. I guess he must not like wildlife, because I'm wildlife. I gotta go live in the cave away from humanity. Oh boy. Well, anyway, it says the Trump administration rolled back protections for at-risk animal and plant species under the Endangered Species Act. So now you don't care. You don't care about the environment. You don't care about preserving habitats for other species. So what the heck? That's just wrong. And they're concentrating on the wrong things. That's why my plan with the politicians being held accountable with the tar and feathers and the stocks and rotten vegetables.
You're not allowed to use feathers from endangered species, though.
Huh?
You're not allowed to use feathers from endangered species.
Well, I'll probably change that. What would you use feathers for anyway? Feather boas? Feather boa constrictor. Ooh. What do you use feathers for? Oh, the pillows! For the tar and feathering, I see what you're getting at. You can't use the feathers from the freedom eagle. You can't put them in a sack. You got to use chicken feathers because they're not endangered chickens.
Right.
They run.
You got it.
They run rampant in Hawaii. The feral chickens, they're everywhere. The nest is everywhere in the viewer's dreams, especially one very particular viewer. Nessa Kroger's going to visit you tonight. See, I got my Nessa Kroger shirt on. Oh, you should see.
Terrific. Yeah, terrific. Yeah. If you kill me, I'll die.
No.
In my dream, I mean.
Yes, in your dream. Oh, boy. The K-pop group, the NCT Dream. Oh, it all ties together. Dream within a dream, illusions upon illusions, layers of the onion, 5,000 layers of the onion. Ooh, like the Incredible String Band. Now, I'm getting, this is a weird one. That's a weird post. I'm going off on this tangent here, and it's got some guy dressed up like an ICE agent, but he's got crosses of Malta on his mask and on his uniform. And it's got a hybrid
of... What does a Malta cross look like?
It's like that more. It's more the square cross. It was more like those usually red, like a little square cross.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Well, this dude's got these crosses of Malta on an ice-looking tactical.
That's like the Crusaders cross, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Crusaders cross, because that's what I'm talking about here. Like the Canisius sports team, the Crusaders. Ooh, they're gonna get marauded by the Marauders. Who are gonna maraud them in very special ways with their special kind of piracy. But look at this. The next crusade is going to be absolutely epic. Some politician posted this AI image video of some guy dressed like an ICE agent with tactical gear crossed with the stuff that they would wear in the Crusades. And he's saying that there's going to be Crusades 2.0 coming up. And I'm going to read some of the comments. It says, someone wrote right at the bottom of it, "What are you, 12?" It does. It looks like some fantasy comic book type of thing. Someone's wrote Crusades 2.0, and I'm all for it. And then, we're going to get into this. It says, the best tradition of pagans is converting to Christianity under more powerful Catholics. So when Catholics, like conquistadors, forced people to convert, but Catholicism isn't true Christianity. So that statement, converting to Christianity under powerful Catholics, no, you're converting to Catholicism, which is based on Babylonian mystery cult traditions, and they co-opted some of the stuff from the early Christians, like the Gnostics and the Coptics, and they stole that and grafted it onto a Roman state religion. So Catholics believe in, you got to go through a priest or the popes or the cardinals or the bishops, the hierarchy, to get to God. When you don't, that's a false doctrine of the Catholics that makes them not Christian. Another false doctrine of the Catholics is, of course, works over faith as opposed to faith over works. So that comment that guy made here in regards to this, I gotta call. There's issues with that, and if these Christian nationalists that aren't Catholics want to have a Crusade 2.0, what are they really calling for? Are they calling for a Roman Catholic crusade? Is that's all that would make sense, because Protestants didn't have crusaders. That was the Roman Catholics. Now let's get into this is another good quote. This is a really good thread on Fascist Book that I'm getting into depth here with. It said, I can't wait to bring some good old paganism back. Blood eagles for everyone. Well, this guy's talking about blood eagles from the Norse religion and the Norsemen. Do you know what a blood eagle is?
No.
Okay, it was an execution method that the Vikings had, the Odinists, and like it was in a movie. It was in some good movies and some TV show recently. Vikings. There was a Vikings TV show about Vikings. I was watching with my friend Chris in Hawaii, and it was like really good. Well, anyway, they would sentence someone to. It was called a blood eagle. What they would do is cut a some sort of big hole in your back, and like bust your ribs backwards so they look like wings, like an eagle. And then like there's some weird shit where like they were somehow they'd get your heart out of your chest and make you hold it in your hand or something until you died. There's some real brutal execution method that they had, the Norse had. So this guy's saying to bring back blood eagles for everyone because like he's talking about blood eagles. And I'm talking about the great band, the Eagles. I'm just talking about the blood eagles. So I didn't know if you didn't know what a blood eagle was. It was like one of the most brutal.
No, I didn't know. I never heard of it. That's pretty brutal.
It's real brutal. I wish I would put a picture of one from like maybe that TV show or something up. But yeah, the blood eagle is really like nasty, like me in this TV show. Oh, speaking of nasty, actually, some people
Hotel California with the blood eagles.
Yeah, the blood eagles.
You're not gonna be able to get out.
Pink champagne on ice, mirrors on the ceiling. Yeah, you know, like the Volcano Inn, the mirrors on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know Dr. Feelbetter would prefer the golden champagne, maybe not on ice, not the pink champagne on ice. Speaking of ice agents. Okay, this gets into this next story. I'll have to explain to you what I'm showing since you are on the phone and not like looking. But here's one of my slides. Okay, this woman from Canada, she got a hassle for hassling this kid who was wearing pro-ice and pro-Trump gear, like T-shirts and stuff and hats. And like she supposedly like gave him a hassle, like gave him a hassle, and then she's from Canada, but her boyfriend's from the United States. So ICE agents got involved and they dragged her off to some ICE detention facility for like giving these kids a hassle because they were wearing ICE and Trump gear and she was a lefty. And like, so this is the hot news story. Everyone's talking about this one. It says, woke Canadian woman slapped teens for being MAGA. Now she's in ICE custody and will be deported. And like, there's some comments. I'm going to read some of the comments. It says, this guy says, again, libtards think they can do anything they want without accountability. The FAFO will always get them. They still can't figure out this. She assaulted a teen due to her TDS. It's honestly mind-blowing how the lefties just can't leave others alone. But FAFO does wonders. So somebody responded to that and said, that's rich after watching the January 6th criminals who were pardoned for assaulting police officers. Which is true. So, they're all getting all stirred up over this. All the MAGA people. And it says, yeah, there we go. She suffers utter humiliation after slapping teens for wearing MAGA clothing. Well, that's part of the culture war. It's the divide and conquer. They want the people at the lower echelons to be like fighting amongst themselves, so they don't fight the oligarchs or the 1%ers or the billionaires or the trillionaires or whoever is above us that really runs the stuff. They want everyone fighting around amongst themselves here. And like, they had this, here's the front page of the New York Post. That thing's a real piece of garbage. It's almost as bad as the Barflow Evening News. It's almost as distruthful as that. We were talking about that on the other podcast, the dishonesty of the Barflow Evening News, how it's always been dishonest and horrifying. And that's where Trump partially got his fake news saying from. So the roots of when he says that makes sense, but it doesn't always make sense when he uses it now. But still, the roots of how he came up with that term is from like all these lying newspapers. That's been legacy for a long time. They still lie, but now they're lying in another direction. They're lying more in lines with the regime, but the mainstream news is always lying. That's what you don't trust it, especially from here or from like England. They're horrible. They're horrible. They're not even really news sources. They're like biased. But anyway, let's look at the picture. It says the hate white North, and it's got a picture of her, and it says Canadian in ICE custody after slapping teen over Trump clothing. And here's another. Someone did this. I think this is like an AI type of thing. It says they should make her wear a Trump shirt for a year straight. And someone put a Trump Make America Great shirt on her because she looks like she was at a Yankees game wearing a New York Yankees hat, like Chaywan does in some of her videos. But that's like, here's some comments. I don't know. I can see the comments. Ooh, I can't because they're too small. Ooh, but it said something that like they should tattoo Trump on her forehead was one of the comments. That someone said that was like the punishment she should get. But like, you know, I'm gonna say, not all heroes wear capes. Ooh, buy that woman a beer, but don't make it a crummy one like a Schaefer. I got this little. This is my illustratory prop. You buy her a good beer, like let's look at the good beer. There's a good one here. I like this one. The Voodoo Ranger Hoppy Pack. Ooh, the Voodoo Ranger Hoppy Pack's really good. Even though they look sort of like ice agents if you think about it. But that's really good beer. And like, hey, Prez, you were never really a beer drinker, were you? Huh?
No, not at all.
Okay, so you wouldn't.
My dad loved Genesee.
One Genesee. When was that?
No, my dad loved Genesee.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's dad loved Genesee. My stepfather was sucking that stuff out of the bottle when he was 2 years old. Actually, I have photos. He became an alcoholic, but, like, his parents started him young. I have all these photos of him. He's, like, in a bar hanging off of in a sack hanging off of a clothes tree. And his parents are at the bar, but he's on like this coat rack hanging there while they're drinking beers. And I got pictures of him when he was 2 years old. They're giving like a little chubby little fat brown bottles of Genesee they used to have in the 50s. And he's sucking one of them down when he was 2. So he started drinking when he was like, I don't know, at least 2, because maybe earlier, but they were giving him Genesee when he was 2 years old. But that's a really good beer. I missed that beer when I was in Hawaii because as far as your old school lager type beers go, Genesee's really tasteful. My show is very tasteful. Isn't this tasteful? Oh yes, very tasteful. But anyway, the Genesee beer is really good. I got to get into another topic here, a hot topic, like the store in the mall, Hot Topic. That's one of my stomping grounds. Is the Hot Topic. That's like one of my natural habitats. Yeah. I'll show you an insert of the Hot Topic. Well, the Dead Mall is gone. Benderson bought the Boulevard Dead Mall and he's going to close it up. Everything Benderson touches goes away and nothing good ever comes. You notice that? Even like
yes.
And like with manufacturing.
Benderson's been around a long time.
Yeah, Benderson's been around a long time. They own a bunch of property up and down the eastern seacoast all the way down to Florida. And they have use the crummiest looking architecture. Just the way it looks cheap. And if it looks cheap, it probably is cheap. Those buildings are hideous. And people who run businesses in the suburbs are always squawking that they got a rent from Benderson and how it costs so much and the rent is bad and through the sky and the service they get ain't very good. I've heard a lot of business owners squawking about that, but that's who owns most of the property. Oh, there's Hot Topic. Yes, that's that Ness. You see one of those, I might be prowling around there, if not a Claire's. That's another one of my natural habitats. Like animals have natural habitats, like Trump was talking about getting rid of. Well, they're getting rid of my natural habitats. All the malls are closing, so I don't have as many Hot Topics and Claire's and John Wayne Macy's to infest as I used to. And you know what was a good thing in the mall? You remember the record stores? Record stores.
Yeah.
Well, this is one of my favorite subtopics, so we're going to get into this. You would get records here like KISS, Dynasty. You know what KISS stands for? You knew Antichrist Devil's Child is AC/DC, but do you know what KISS stands for, Prez?
No.
Knights in Satan's Service. Did you know that?
Wow.
And oh yeah, there we go, Record Town. And you would get your records there. But I'm going to talk about records a little bit. These are from the 70s, back when they had record stores in the mall. And the best rock records from the late 70s were when bands went disco. The best KISS record is Dynasty. It's a complete disco record. A lot of rockers don't like it, but it's really good. And also, the Grateful Dead disco record, Shakedown Street. That's where you run into the Nessa. I'm gonna give you a shakedown. I'm gonna give you some hassles. I give people hassles all the time. You don't want to stir up the nest, but Shakedown Street is a great album. The whole album's good, but it's got like Fire on the Mountain. That's about the volcano. Ooh, the volcano I used to live on the side of. And they like the Grateful Dead in the Hawaii. And I was talking about American. Oh, that ties in with the beans. The American Beauty. See, that's the American Beauty. The American Beauty beans. And the Grateful Dead and Shakedown Street. Oh boy. Shakedown Street reminds me of Chippewa downtown. You ever notice? You know the song Shakedown Street by the Grateful Dead, Prez?
If you sing a little bit of it, I might recognize it.
Dud, dud, dud. Dud, 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 dud. Did-a-deet. Dud, dud, dud.
Yeah, I do.
Dud,
Yes.
dud, 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 dud. Dee-dee-dee. Don't tell me this town ain't got no heart. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, it's a disco song. I love that song. It's one of my favorite songs, Grateful Dead's Shakedown Street. So, like, yeah, 2 winners right there. When Grateful Dead go disco, they come with Shakedown Street. And when the Knights in Satan's Services go disco, they build the dynasty, the disco dynasty. Oh, yeah. And, like...
Remember Dynasty on the TV in the 70s? And
yeah.
my mom was going to watch that.
Yeah, I never met anyone who
Who
ever
shot-
watched that. I was
Who
squawk
shot JR?
JR,
There's
right.
also Falcon Crest.
Falcon Crest. Oh, jeez, wow, those are a bunch of stinkers you're bringing up there. I don't even know if the Great Buddha would have watched those. Those, like, those nighttime adult soap operas, those were terrible. Oh, I remember those.
I liked it better than Babylon 5.
Oh, maybe. Oh, boy. Well,
Well, my mom watched them. It wasn't that they were that great. It's that I was there with my mom watching them. So
yeah, you had to watch what the adults were watching back then. Like, they'd slap something on
Yeah.
the TV. And if you wanted to watch a TV, you had to watch it. Oh, yeah, like, people have to watch this. This is their new favorite podcast here.
well, at least I got to watch Love Boat.
Glove Boat? You didn't like the Glove Boat?
No, at least I got to watch the Love Boat.
Oh,
I liked it a lot.
Oh, the Glove Boat was great. Yeah. And, like, Fantasy Island was there. This is devolving into...
Yeah.
This is devolving
and
into...
then Dynasty.
This is turning into the Oracle of Enlightenment Vortex, buddy. Back to my topic, my hot topic. You know who else made a really great disco record? That I don't know who's to squawk about, but
The
it's
Bee Gees.
the Bee Gees. Oh yeah, the Bee Gees went disco because at first they were a psych band. Like the Bee Gees first, that's like an amazing psych album. It's actually their 3rd album. It was the first one they released in the U.S., so they called it Bee Gees first, but it's really their 3rd because they had 2 previous in Australia. But then they went disco like in 1974 with their album Main Course, and that song Nights on Broadway became a hit. And I like that was like a really good funk song actually.
So you get down and do the hustle. Baby, come on. With the lights on Broadway.
That's right, Nights on Broadway, great thing. And then they became poster children's for
Were
disco.
those nights similar to the Knights in Satan's Service?
What about the Knights in Satan's Service? Chime Wits?
Were those Knights in the Bee Gees, were they related to the Knights in Satan's Service?
Not at all. Except they both did disco records in
Okay.
the 70s.
Got it. Yep.
Rod Stewart made one of the Blondes Have No Fun with the single Do You Think I'm Sexy? That was, Do You Think I'm Sexy? That was a great song. Heavy disco drumming. Oh, that was a really good song. Do you remember that song, Do You Think I'm Sexy? It was a top #1 hit record. It was a best-selling #1 record of 1979. And that's a fact, Jack. And that was a really good record. And like, so when rockers do disco, the Rolling Stones. I wish I had my Rolling Stones t-shirt, but that's probably like lost. I don't know if it's around there in the Nessa nest. It's probably lost up in the attic, the West Side Studio, where we do the Greg Sterlice show that I also host. Let's give a plug to that because I don't want people to forget. See, there's Rabbi Jerry holding Taylor Swift's cat, and we were up there doing the show over there. Yeah, you watch that on the YouTube. You look up the Greg Sterlice show, and you can see more Nest because that's what you want. Because that's what you want. You want to see more because like you need more nightmare fuel for like your weird dreams.
That's a Kroger.
Huh?
That's a Kroger.
Yes, Nessa Kroger. He's going to come visit you. I had some. I'm looking for some more good hot topics in my list here, and like, I got lots of them. But I went through some of them backwards. Like, you know how you'd play the Beatles records backwards, and like you would get the clues. My aunt used to do that. She'd play the Beatles records backwards. That proved that William Campbell Shears, which is like, he's a replacement Paul McCartney. Oh, Paul, there he is. I'm showing my 8-track tape of the Beatles. That's like the album that has Revolution 9 and Glass Onion. And that's that there is William Campbell Shears. He's the second Paul McCartney because the original one, before rubber sold, he got into a car wreck. He blew his mind out in a car. He didn't notice that the lights had changed. And although what the fuck, everyone had us turn in life. Remember from the Day in the Life? That has a bunch of clues. And Glass Onion. And the walrus was Paul. You know that. The walrus was Paul. Yeah.
I thought John Lennon wrote The Walrus.
He did, but he wrote it about. They say that I don't understand it because John does sing "I Am the Walrus," but they claim that it's about Paul in certain books. You know who would know that is our buddy Greg Sturlis, who wrote a book about that. Hey, I want to get into I want to get into smoke screens and diversions of politicians and protecting the oligarchs and the billionaire class. This one ought to get me flagged. I got flagged on one of the. I got flagged somewhere in my video. I think I took down because I'm doing something right. Because when you do something right, stuff like that happens. You know. Well, let's look at this one. Does attacks on the trans community serve as a distraction from the immense hoarding of wealth and resources by billionaires and trillionaires? That's true enough. And this other little meme says, you can't have both democracy and billionaires. The ruling class helps democracy like smoking helps your lungs. And it says, this one says, ridiculous that we have all these supposed billionaire geniuses running around. And their greatest innovation of our lifetime has been stealing our personal data to sell us targeted ads. I've got pictures of a bunch of our favorite villains. Like there's like Bezos and there's Elon Musk. Where the heck is Zuckerberg there? That creep. He should be if he's not. And then there's a meme coming from the MAGA direction that says none of your problems are because someone else has $1 trillion. So like, it has Lisa Simpson saying that, and like, you know, Lisa was an ultra lib, and she'd never say that. So that's a meme fail. That's a meme fail. Like they use the memes wrong. Lisa Simpson, the character of Lisa Simpson on The Simpsons, she's an ultra leftist liberal who would vote for Hillary, and like she's not gonna say what that meme says. So that's weird. The right has taken Snoopy a lot, and they take Lisa Simpson. I recently saw an anti-trans Bugs Bunny one, which is weird because supposedly canonically, Bugs Bunny is like gender fluid or like sexual diversity. I don't know what sex he is, or he can switch between sexes. He's some sort of magical being. We should talk about this on the Oracle of Enlightenment. Let me see if I can even read this. No, I got to be more careful. Ooh, I can't read my content. Let's see what this one says. It says, it's a cartoon. I hate to break it to you, but she's not real. And it says, ever actually watched the TV show? She's a developed character, which is a brainiac, ultra-liberal, saxophone-playing girl. She loves Bill Clinton, FFS. A meme like this fails as hard as having a meme with Batman encouraging crime. So yeah, they're trying to co-opt Lisa Simpson as some sort of weird conservative icon with these like, not conservative in a good way, like stupid, closed-minded MAGA bigot icon, but that goes totally contrary to Lisa Simpson's character. They'd be better off using Montgomery J. Burns, Mr. Burns, the rich oligarch. He'd probably be a millionaire in The Simpsons. He'd probably be a billionaire now. You know Mr. Burns? He runs
Yes.
He owns a nuke plant where fucking.
They let Homer work there.
Yeah. Homer. Why do they let him work there? I'm surprised there hasn't been a meltdown like at 3 Mile Island. Remember 3 Mile Island in the 70s? The place almost.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, everyone was scared that it was going to melt down, go into the core of the earth, and it's going to explode and stuff. Like the viewers' brains are going to explode. Yeah. So what the heck was my point? Oh yeah, they're using Lisa Simpson wrongly, and they're also like using all these stupid issues, especially like the trans people are a good target because there's so few of them and not many people understand them and not many people are going to defend them. So it's a perfect hate target for them to deflect and divide and conquer, and which they're doing. They have this other movement called LGB without the T, QIA, and like, well, since they went after trans girls in sports, now they're going after cis girls in sports. Once they get done with the trans people in general, they're going to go after the LGB. So, like, that's really dumb of them to have that division. Oh, I saw something funny. This is so Buffalo. I got a minute left. There's a Black Sabbath tribute band.
We don't everybody.
There's a Black Sabbath tribute band, and like the guy looks like John McVie on bass. It looks like John McVie from Fleetwood Mac. He's dressed like John McVie. That looks like Blackie Lawless from We Are Sex Perverts in the middle. That don't look like Ozzy or Dio. And the guy over there playing the guitar, that's trying to look like Tony Iommi. He's playing a Stratocaster, but like Jimmy Page played a Stratocaster in the studio, but like Black Sabbath, I've never seen them play a Stratocaster. This is so stupid. They were on the Channel 4 News interview. A night of Black Sabbath comes to Buffalo. It's like a tribute band, a cover band is coming to Buffalo, and that's the big news because we ain't gonna get Twice. We ain't gonna get La Seraphim. We ain't gonna get any of the good K-pop concerts. We ain't gonna get. Oh yeah, let's look at Chaywan. We ain't gonna get Chaywan or Illit. We're not gonna get the K-pop concerts here. You know, Barry Manilow finally came to town. 1974 is when he was popular. He came to Buffalo in 2026. That's about the right timing.